happens when the warmth of autumn meets the dramatic elegance of a historic colonial home and then receives a sophisticated Ralph Lauren-inspired makeover. You get a fall interior that feels cinematic, collected, masculine yet welcoming, and timeless rather than trendy. In today's home decor tour, we are exploring Ralph Lauren-inspired fall decor, dark colonial decorating ideas, classic black home decor, moody interiors, and cozy autumn decorating ideas for every room. Imagine dark wood, aged brass, leather, plaid, antique portraits, glowing lamps, and black accents working together beneath the golden light of fall. Ralph Lauren's design philosophy has long drawn on English craftsmanship, Northeastern heritage, Americana, and lived-in tradition, making this aesthetic especially natural for autumn. And the best part? You do not need a historic mansion to recreate the atmosphere. Stay with me, because we're about to move room by room and discover how a few intentional details can transform an ordinary home into a cozy Ralph Lauren fall home. The foundation of this look begins with color. Instead of relying on the usual orange pumpkins and bright seasonal decorations, imagine a deeper palette built around classic black, espresso brown, walnut, oxblood, deep forest green, warm cream, and antique gold. This combination immediately creates the atmosphere of a sophisticated fall home. Current 2026 interior color discussions are also leaning toward warmer, deeper tones, including espresso browns, charcoal undertones, rich mahogany, and dramatic near-black shades. Use black as an architectural accent rather than covering everything in it. A black window frame, dark fireplace surround, painted cabinet, or vintage console can anchor a room, while warm wood prevents the space from feeling cold. Then introduce autumn through muted copper, rusty leather, dried foliage, and amber lighting. The result is a moody fall color palette that feels luxurious, intimate, and incredibly inviting. Let's begin at the front door, because the entryway sets the emotional tone for everything that follows. For a colonial fall decorating look, think of an entry that feels established rather than decorated yesterday. A black painted front door becomes the perfect starting point, especially when paired with aged brass hardware, a traditional lantern, and a simple seasonal wreath made from magnolia leaves, dried branches, or preserved foliage. Inside, add a narrow antique console table beneath an old mirror or framed landscape painting. Place a ceramic bowl, vintage candlesticks, and a small stack of weathered books on top. Instead of filling every surface, choose a handful of objects with personality. The goal is to create the feeling that these pieces have been gathered over decades. This collected approach is central to traditional and old money interiors, where antiques, artwork, quality materials, and heritage-inspired objects create a sense of history. Now we arrive at the heart of the home, the living room. This is where Ralph Lauren interior design truly comes alive. Picture deep walnut furniture, a substantial leather armchair, a classic sofa dressed in cream linen, and a richly patterned rug beneath everything. Add a dark wood coffee table with visible age and character, then layer the seating with tartan blankets and cushions. Ralph Lauren's own interiors have repeatedly embraced mahogany paneling, dramatic color, English-inspired furniture, Persian rugs, tartans, leather, and collections of meaningful objects. That combination gives the room a distinctive library meets country estate atmosphere. For fall, place a bowl of pine cones or chestnuts on the coffee table, add dried branches beside the fireplace, and illuminate the room with table lamps rather than relying exclusively on ceiling lights. The room should feel like a place where you could read for hours while rain taps against the windows. Nothing says cozy fall home decor quite like a fireplace, but in this aesthetic, the styling should feel restrained and architectural. A traditional mantle painted in black, dark walnut, or creamy stone can become the visual centerpiece of the room. Instead of covering it with endless seasonal decorations, create 3 distinct layers: artwork, candlelight, and natural texture. Lean an antique portrait or landscape against the wall rather than automatically hanging everything symmetrically. Add brass candlesticks of varying heights, a pair of aged pottery vessels, and perhaps a simple garland of dried foliage. A basket filled with split firewood adds another layer of practical beauty. The Ralph Lauren approach to intimate hospitality is especially useful here. The Polo Bar, for example, combines fireplaces, equestrian art, leather, tartan, and warm lighting to create an atmosphere that feels simultaneously elegant and comfortable. Your fireplace should create that same feeling, sophisticated enough for entertaining, relaxed enough for everyday living. If there is one room where you can confidently embrace the darker side of this trend, it is the library or home office. Imagine dark academia home decor combined with colonial-style interior design, nearly black shelving, rich mahogany, antique books, brass reading lamps, leather seating, framed botanical prints, and an old-fashioned writing desk. The walls can carry a deep green, chocolate brown, charcoal, or blue-black tone, creating an enveloping environment that feels perfect for autumn. Ralph Lauren's own mahogany-paneled library has been described as dramatic, club-like, and perpetually bathed in late afternoon atmosphere. You can recreate that feeling on a smaller scale with one statement bookcase and carefully styled shelves. Mix books vertically and horizontally, add small antique boxes, place a ceramic vessel among the books, and leave some breathing room. The result feels personal rather than staged, and that distinction makes the room much more compelling. The dining room is where this aesthetic becomes especially theatrical. Imagine a long dark wood table surrounded by traditional chairs, with an arrangement of autumn branches running loosely down the center. Instead of brightly colored tableware, choose black dinnerware, cream linen napkins, antique brass candlesticks, amber glassware, and vintage silver accents. A tartan runner can introduce just enough pattern to make the setting feel unmistakably autumnal. Ralph Lauren's interiors frequently layer traditional furniture, richly colored walls, patterned textiles, and collected art to create rooms with substantial visual depth. For your own table, embrace imperfection. Slightly mismatched vintage plates or inherited-looking glassware can make the setting feel warmer. Add candlelight and suddenly the room changes completely. This is not about creating a perfect table cape for a photograph. It is about creating an atmosphere that makes guests want to linger over dinner and conversation long after the meal is finished. The kitchen may seem like the most difficult place to introduce a dark colonial aesthetic, but it can actually become one of the most beautiful rooms in the home. Consider black kitchen cabinets, aged brass hardware, warm wood cutting boards, stone countertops, creamy ceramic vessels, and traditional lighting. Current 2026 kitchen design reporting notes increased interest in deep, moody colors and near-black cabinetry, particularly when those tones are balanced with warm materials such as walnut and other natural finishes. The secret is contrast. Keep countertops visually warm, display wooden utensils in a crock, and bring in natural greenery or seasonal branches. Open shelving can showcase white ironstone, blue and white china, copper pans, or vintage crockery. For fall, place pears, apples, pumpkins, or dried herbs in simple bowls rather than creating an overly themed display. The kitchen should feel like a hardworking colonial farmhouse kitchen that happens to possess impeccable Ralph Lauren sophistication. breakfast nook gives us an opportunity to make this trend feel approachable, even in a smaller home. Start with a simple wooden table, then surround it with a dark spindleback chair, a leather bench, or a traditional upholstered banquette. A window with linen curtains can soften the darker furniture, while a small brass pendant creates intimate morning light. Add a checkered cushion, a vintage basket, a ceramic pitcher filled with branches, and perhaps a framed landscape nearby. These smaller combinations demonstrate an important principle of cozy home decorating ideas. Not every space needs a dramatic renovation. Sometimes atmosphere comes from just 3 or 4 carefully selected elements. The combination of warm wood, natural texture, aged metal, and classic pattern creates visual richness without clutter. It also makes the home feel lived in. Imagine sitting here with coffee on a cool autumn morning while golden leaves move outside the window. That emotional picture is what good seasonal decorating should accomplish. For the bedroom, the goal is not Gothic drama, it is cocooning comfort. Start with a dark wood bed or traditional upholstered headboard, then layer it with ivory bedding, a wool blanket, a muted tartan throw, and several pillows in chocolate, charcoal, and faded olive. Black bedside tables can add definition, while antique brass lamps introduce warmth. Deep blue, green, brown, and charcoal are especially effective because they create a quiet envelope around the room without requiring overly complicated decoration. Ralph Lauren's own bedrooms have included deep-colored walls, traditional furniture, richly textured fabrics, and layers of tartan, creating an intimate atmosphere with a strong sense of place. For autumn, add one small vase of dried foliage or a branch with muted leaves rather than a collection of seasonal objects. The bedroom should ultimately feel like a private retreat, quiet, warm, tactile, and timeless. Now let's take the dark colonial look into an unexpected space, the bathroom. Here, black can become surprisingly elegant when combined with natural stone, aged brass, creamy ceramics, and traditional silhouettes. Imagine a black vanity with brass knobs, a marble counter, vintage-inspired sconces, and a framed botanical print above the sink. Woven baskets can hold towels, while a small wooden stool adds warmth. The goal is not to make the room literally look old. It is to borrow the craftsmanship and visual language associated with classic interiors. Even Ralph Lauren-inspired collections often mix materials such as wood, brass, leather, textured fabrics, and historical references to create interiors that feel layered and developed over time. For fall, bring in a cedar branch, amber-colored soap bottles, or a small ceramic vessel. A few subtle changes can make the bathroom feel like part of the larger story of the home. Hallways are often forgotten, yet they can be one of the strongest opportunities for creating traditional home decor with personality. Instead of leaving walls empty, imagine a curated gallery of black and white photography, equestrian prints, botanical studies, old maps, landscapes, and family-inspired portraits. Use simple dark frames and avoid making every piece match perfectly. A slightly irregular arrangement can feel far more authentic, especially when paired with a narrow wooden console or antique bench below. The goal is to create the sensation of walking through a home that has accumulated stories over time. This connects directly with the collected aesthetic associated with Ralph Lauren, where historical references, archival imagery, vintage textiles, and meaningful objects often become part of the creative language. Add soft lighting along the hallway, and suddenly a transitional space becomes an experience. Every turn should reveal another small detail that invites curiosity. Now we arrive at the details that can instantly announce this aesthetic: tartan, plaid, equestrian-inspired decor, and classic leather. But restraint is essential. You do not need plaid everywhere. One tartan throw across a leather chair can be more effective than covering an entire room in checks. Add an equestrian print above a console, a vintage riding boot-inspired object, leather-bound books, or a decorative horse portrait to reinforce the theme without becoming literal. Ralph Lauren interiors are famously comfortable with tartan and leather, using them alongside traditional furniture, rugs, paintings, and dark wood. Plaid also remains one of the most recognizable fall pattern stories in interiors because it naturally communicates warmth and nostalgia. The key is to treat these motifs as accents within a broader composition. Let the architecture, wood, lighting, and texture do most of the storytelling. is the decorating trick that can make or break the entire look: lighting. Dark interiors are beautiful only when they are illuminated thoughtfully. Instead of depending on one bright overhead fixture, create pools of warm light throughout the room. Use table lamps with classic shades, brass sconces, floor lamps, candles, and fireplace light. Place lamps near reading chairs, beside sofas, on consoles, and inside darker corners. This technique gives black and walnut surfaces a soft glow while bringing out the character of leather and aged wood. Modern designers are also emphasizing layered ambient lighting as a way to make homes feel softer and more inviting, particularly as interiors move away from sterile, overly cool aesthetics. In a Ralph Lauren-inspired fall home, lighting should feel almost cinematic. You want shadows, highlights, glowing corners, and warm reflections, the visual equivalent of a crisp autumn evening spent indoors. The most important lesson behind this entire decorating style is that Ralph Lauren-inspired home decor should never look like a showroom where every object was purchased at the same time. Instead, aim for a collected interior. Combine new furniture with vintage pieces, polished surfaces with weathered finishes, refined objects with humble baskets, and formal artwork with everyday books. Ralph Lauren's approach to home has historically emphasized personal worlds, heritage, authenticity, historical references, and objects that suggest a life actually being lived. So before buying another decorative item, walk through your home and ask what already has a story. Perhaps an old framed photograph, a family chair, a thrifted brass candlestick, or a well-loved wooden box can become the centerpiece. This is how you achieve collected, not cluttered decor, not by owning more, but by choosing pieces that have emotional and visual weight. The beauty of these dark colonial fall decor ideas is that they can be adapted to almost any home. In a small apartment, introduce the style through black picture frames, one leather chair, a dark wooden side table, plaid textiles, and warm lamps. In a modern house, soften contemporary architecture with traditional artwork, antique-inspired furniture, woven textures, and aged brass. In a farmhouse, emphasize black cabinetry, reclaimed wood, vintage pottery, and simple fall branches. And in a traditional home, go deeper with painted millwork, mahogany furniture, patterned rugs, and layered textiles. Remember that Ralph Lauren's 2026 Saddlebrook concept continues to explore a traditional country home vocabulary through warm tones, rich textures, plush seating, wood paneling, and historical references while allowing unexpected accents into the mix. That is the real inspiration. Take the classic foundation, then make it personal. And that brings us to the end of our Ralph Lauren-inspired dark colonial fall decor journey. The true magic of this style is not simply the black paint, dark wood, plaid blankets, leather chairs, or antique accessories. It is the feeling created when all those elements work together: warmth, history, comfort, elegance, and a sense that the home has stories to tell. As you decorate for fall, remember that timeless interiors are rarely built around one trend. They are built through layers, texture, patina, meaningful objects, soft lighting, traditional craftsmanship, and colors that make you want to stay a while. Ralph Lauren's enduring design philosophy celebrates tradition, authenticity, artistry, and appreciation for what has come before, and that philosophy makes perfect sense for autumn. So tell me in the comments, would you bring classic black and dark colonial style into your home this fall? Or would you keep your autumn decor lighter and brighter? And before you go, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more cozy home decor ideas, fall decorating inspiration, traditional interior design, and timeless room makeovers. Most importantly, make your home a place where fall does not simply arrive, it truly feels like home.